Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a beautiful day so far. Today I am filming a video all about my top 5 favorite books that have changed my life. Now there's a lot of books that I've read that have been very impactful, but I thought I would narrow it down to 5, and they are different genres. I wanted to make this video that way just so there's a book in here for anyone. And yeah, I read books all the time. I love reading, and I share a lot about which books I'm reading on my Instagram, so definitely check out my Instagram if you want to see that. I also asked you guys which video you wanted to see first, this one or one about my tattoos, and you chose this one, so I'm making that first. But it was almost a tie, so I'm making the tattoo one probably next week. So for those of you who chose that and have been asking me about it, that's gonna be up. So make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that YouTube jazz if you wanna catch that video when it comes out. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling now and get into my favorite books. Okay, this first book that I chose was like a no-brainer. I love this book with all my heart. It's called The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. I hope I pronounced that right. I'll have all the books, the titles, the authors, all that down below. But this book is tiny. It took me like an hour to read it, and I'm not a super fast reader, so this really is such a short but super impactful book. I feel like a lot of the times the things that actually change your mindset, change your life, change you are very simple, and I think we forget the power of simplicity, and this book is like the best example of that. It's so simple. There's basically obviously 7 laws that he explains in a very simple way. Even if you're, I would say this book is probably more for people that are open to spirituality rather than like completely against it. It's called The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, so that makes sense. But it's just full of like little nuggets that are super simple for just like a good, beautiful, successful life. I actually got this book recommended to me when I started my whole financial freedom journey. I will, by the way, make a separate video all about that and share books that have changed my mindset and my life in that area in the future. But this is one of the books. But this book is for everything, not just for financial freedom. It's just for a beautiful life, as I said. Okay, the next book that many of you probably know is called The Alchemist. I only read this book in 2019. I should have read it way sooner. It was recommended to me like a billion times, but this is like a classic. It's so beautiful. It's fiction, so it's not like a typical self-help book, but you get so much out of this book. Like, this book inspired me so much. It shares a lot about like following your heart and your dreams and trusting in like yourself, in the universe, your life, whatever you believe in, and just like surrendering to that and like following little synchronicities that life throws at you no matter what, even if it's really scary. And just, yeah, just trusting yourself, your intuition, your dreams, and it's just such a beautiful story that anyone should read, even if you're not into like self-improvement or spirituality or any of that. I would still very much recommend this book, and I feel like I honestly don't know why you wouldn't like this book. Okay, the next book is actually a poetry book. I wanted to pick one poetry book because I love reading poetry, and I feel like a lot of the times it can be more effective in like changing my mind, my perspective, my life than self-help books. I don't know, I just really resonate with it. So I've read a lot of amazing poetry books, but this one came to mind when I wanted to make this video. It's called The She Book by Tanya Markul, and she's amazing. Like, I follow her on Instagram. I really like her. We've chatted a bit, so I'm just like fangirling a little bit. But it's like modern poetry, the type of poetry you see on Instagram a lot, and it's obviously it's written for women. It's called The She Book, so there's bits of like feminism, modern feminism, which I usually don't like. Obviously I'm all for equality and all that, but there's a lot of things about feminism that really rub me the wrong way, and I can make a whole video about that. I'm very passionate about it. But in this book, I didn't feel like it was coming from that place, from like a negative, resentful place towards men. I really didn't feel that. It was just like sisterhood, and yeah. But mostly what this book was about is just like self-care, self-love, just loving all that you are, and it just really resonates with me and with my journey and with what I believe in regards to that. So really enjoyed this book. I've marked pretty much almost every single page, but I thought I would read this little part at the end, which I feel like kind of summarizes the whole book. Here we go. May we raise the bar for how we live our lives. May we ridiculously increase the amount of peace, play, creativity, beauty, love, and joy in everything we do. May we all sip from the wisdom of our suffering and awaken with the courage to share our stories that can heal our inner and outer worlds. I feel like that summarizes the book really well. So if you're into healing, if you like poetry, if you're into feminism even, I feel like you would definitely like this book. I feel like it's just a nice poetry book about like self-love and that whole healing journey, the good, the bad, the beautiful, all of it. So I really enjoyed that. It really resonated with me. Okay, I have 2 more books left. Wow, I feel like I'm like speeding through this. I usually ramble on and on, so this is a surprise. This, however, is not a surprise. If you've been following me for a few years, I've talked about this book more than I've talked about pretty much anything on my channel, probably. It's called Shadows Before Dawn by Teal Swan. Finding the light of self-love through your darkest times. This is basically my Bible. This book is destroyed. I've only read this book from the beginning till the end once or twice. But the way it's set out, you can read it all the time. You can use it all the time. So let me explain. The first chapter is about Teal Swan and her journey. If you don't know, Teal Swan is a spiritual teacher. She's a little bit of a controversial spiritual teacher, but she has helped me transform my life, and honestly, I don't care about the controversies at all. Like this book changed me. Like when I was done reading this book, my life was changed forever, and in the best way possible. Like this book gave me more than probably like 5 years of therapy have given me in such a short amount of time, and I still use it to this day, and I've grown so much when it comes to healing and self-love and like releasing my traumas and all that, negative beliefs, all those things, but it still helps me as just like an essential. Most of the book are just like tools that you can use anytime. So I love this book because I'll just give you an example. There's a chapter about limiting beliefs, and so one chapter is only like a few pages long, so it's very straight to the point, and I love that about self-help books. So she just explains how beliefs work, and then she gives you exercises and questions that you can do to actually, you know, help yourself. And I think that's the best part about this book. The last book that I want to talk about is called The Unfettered Soul, The Journey Beyond Yourself by Michael A. Singer. So this is like one of the best self-help books about like your mindset, basically your mind, how to like not control your thoughts, how to deal with your thoughts. I feel like we all feel like a mess sometimes in here, and it's so hard to manage that, and I feel like this book does a really good job at explaining how to deal with that. And there's so much more in this book, but the main thing that I took away from it is this, like how to deal with, you know, everyday emotions and thoughts that come up. And then I also read his other book, The Surrender Experiment, which is basically his journey, his like life journey, where you can see these like practices in action. And so if you're someone who learns more about through someone else's story, you might prefer this one, but this is still like, oh my god, a gem. I would definitely, if I had to like choose between one of these, I would choose this one. But they're both great. I actually talked about this one in my last video, so if you want to check that out, I'll have it here or here, I don't know. That's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you check out these books because they're amazing. And please comment down below your favorite books that have changed your life, because I really want to add them to my very long to read list. I'm always looking for new book recommendations, so please send them my way, and I wish you a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon.